maybe in a career, a relationship, or a dream, or even in your sense of safety. Most often, when starting over, guilt creeps in to make us think that we should have had it figured out or we wasted so much time. But what if I told you in this video that starting over is not a failure but a power move? Hey my love, welcome back to today's video. Thanks for popping in and thanks for always coming back to support your girl. On today's video, we'll be talking about the heart of starting over without guilt. The heart of starting over without guilt. This is something that we all struggle with in some stage or part of our life when we've done something that did not work out or try something that did not work out. It makes us remain stuck in that place of pain. It makes us remain stuck in that place of disappointment. It makes us remain stuck that we've been delayed, we've wasted so much time or half of our life without trying to make us start again or stand up or do something again to begin again. We just think that this is life, this is the end of the road. We can just, quietly remain here without trying to do something to better off the relationship or move forward. So on today's video, I'll be telling you why guilt creeps in whenever we think of starting again. Whenever we break down, we disappoint ourselves or we disappoint people around us, how to start again, why that guilt always creeps in. I'll be telling you why and how to manage yourself again, to stand up again and continue your race. As far you are still in this life or in this earth and you still breathe in the oxygen or whatever you call it, you still have hope. There's a saying that say, as far there is still life, there's still hope. You still always have hope to begin your journey, to start again. It's never too late or you're never too old to start again. Now I'll be going deep, and before I do that, if you know you'll be struggling to start again, to continue your journey, to begin afresh again, don't forget to like this video because this video is going to impact you and it's going to help you. And watch this video to the end, don't skip any part. Now I'll be going straight to the video why guilt shows up whenever we have those thoughts or feeling that okay, let's start again, let's refresh this moment, let's begin again. We can never remain stuck forever. Let's begin again. Why this thought of guilt immediately creeps in or strikes in and make us remain stuck or take the step that we've wanted to take forward or make us to take us back again is why guilt tell us we have wasted too much time. Like I said in the intro before that, when we thought about starting again, first thing that creeps in our mind that, oh my God, I'm too big or mature to make this mistake. I should have known better, and I should have not made that mistake or even stop. And I wasted so much time there. I'm too old right now. Where will I start from? How do I start? Now, when you start thinking to start again, these are all the words that start creeping in. These are all the words that start popping in your head, and because of this, these are all guilt. You start you become ashamed, and you become confused, and you just remain to stuck. I've wasted so much of my time in that relationship. I've wasted so much of my time in that job. I've wasted so much of my time in that business. Where do I start from? Now, but the truth is, nothing is wasted. Everything teaches you something. You see that job, that relationship, that opportunity that you think you've wasted so much time, you should have figured it out, you should have done better, whatever guilt or thought that keeps popping in whenever you think about this, is that is not a waste of time. It's not that you wasted so much time. Yes, it did not work out. Yes, it did not come out as planned, but you learned something during those process. You gained some wisdom. I've always said this in my videos that every single thing is a lesson, even if it did not work out, but it taught you something and it makes you know better. It teach you how to choose better and how to know better and follow the right way. So this did not work out. Yes, it might be a waste of time, but don't see it as a waste of time because you learn something at that place. If it's your working place, at least you gain knowledge at that particular place to know better, to take it to the future. If it's a relationship, at least you know better on what you want or the kind of relationship that you want in the future. If it's a business, you know better, you have more knowledge right now to figure out your new business into gain success. So don't ever think that yes, I wasted so much time, yes, I delayed so much time, or I should have figured it out, I'm too mature to make this. Nobody is too mature to make some certain mistakes. Some certain mistake has just there for you to make. But the most important thing that you can leave the guilt, throw the guilt away, but don't throw the lesson away. Always take the lesson that you learned from that mistake, always take it with you wherever you go in life or wherever life takes you to. An example of this is, think about your past decision, even if they did not work out, they shaped your clarity today. Now, those past decisions, like I said before, they did not work out, they did not give you the exact result that you wanted or you wished for, but they shaped your clarity. Now, that relationship that you came out from, maybe divorce or break up with your fiance for many years, now that might not be the plan at that particular time. Maybe you thought the relationship was going to work hard, it's going to go to the right place, you're going to spend the rest of your life together, but unfortunately it did not work out. That is life. This is just like trying to give you that clarity of this is not for you. It's taking out this relationship or better relationship to come in. And when better relationship comes in, now this relationship you spend so much time. Some people spend about 10 years, 7 years in relationship, and still the relationship does not work. And this leaves a wound inside of us, regret, guilt inside of us that we wasted this all time in one relationship that we could not go hard or go find maybe something or better person for us. Sometimes this guilt or this wound remains inside of us. But mind you, you might have said this is a wound, but this gave you a clarity because the moment you leave this relationship or this relationship did not work out, now you have a better idea of the kind of relationship that you want. You have a better idea of the kind of partner that you want in your life, the kind of respect. Yes, every single thing you now know better. Like you spent 7 years, 8 years in a marriage or in a relationship that did not work out. I bet you that you're going to know what you want, exactly what you want on the next relationship that you want. You're not just going to come out from that relationship and jump into the next relationship. Yes, of course, that relationship left a wound inside of you, it left guilt inside of you, but at that particular moment you might have thought that you lost something. You didn't lose something, but you took a lesson, a clarity on what you want. You losing a business or you losing a job that you've worked for long, you might have thought I should have figured it out, I should have known better, I've worked for a year for many years, I've done this business many years, still yet it did not work out. But it left a lesson inside of you. It gave you wisdom, it gave you clarity on what you want, or your next job, or your next business, whatever it is. Like, for example, let me give you this example. For example, you're riding on a road trip and suddenly you took the wrong road. And when you got to the ending, you saw that the road is blocked. That is the ending of the road. Yes, of course, you took the wrong road, it took you to the end of the road, but you knew at that particular moment that this is not the right place. So I have to take a turn back to go to the right direction that is going to take me to my destination. This is life. Sometimes we think that what we are doing or where we are going is going to take us to our future, is going to take us to where we are going or what give us what we want. But it's so unfortunate that sometimes that is not the right decision. That is not the right place. And most of the times life tends to redirect our direction to something better, to somewhere better. And at that particular time you might think it's a it's a wound, it's a loss, but it gave you some lesson, clarity, and it took your direction from that place to a better direction that you know that yes, that place I was heading to before was not where I was supposed to be going, was not where I was supposed to be. Now I'm grateful that I've been directed to the better part of life. Now, reframing mistake. Yes, of course, mistakes happen, but it's very important that when mistakes happen, when life happens, when this stuff of life happens, disappointments, that will tend to bring guilt, it's very important to try to reframe them. Mistakes are not dead end, they are redirection. Now, mistakes happen like the example that I gave just now. You made the mistake of taking the wrong direction. You made the mistake of finding yourself in the wrong relationship. You made the mistake of starting a business that you thought is going to work out. You made the mistake of working in the wrong place. It's not as if it's the end of life. It's not as if there's not more opportunity for you. Now, you made that mistake, and when you made that mistake, things that might happen, that relationship is going to end. Things might happen, that work is going to end. It might just be you're working in a place that you don't love, but at least it pays your bill. But every single day you complain about this place, and life happen, the universe just helps you to do something better for your life, and you got sacked in that your working place. You might cry. I know that you don't love that job, but it pays your bill, but you're still going to regret why you were sacked, why they sacked you. But it's not the end of life. It's not like you did something wrong. It's just that life wants to direct you to something better. Life wants to take you to something better. So instead of you being there regretting, feeling guilt, feeling ashamed, feeling at this age, I've been rejected in my working place, I've done a lot, I've invested a lot, reframe it to understand that I've learned a lot of lesson, and I have a lot of things that I've gained from this working place or this place that I can use to impact the life of other people, or the new places that I'm going to. And this place I'm going to is going to be better than this. It's just life happen. Life is trying to redirect you from that place to a better place. So reframe this thought of it's a mistake, reframe this thought of why did it happen to me, reframe this thought of it's a guilt, I don't know where to start from, I don't know how to start from, where do I start, where do I go at this point of my life, I've wasted so much time. Try to reframe it that this is not the end of life, and this is not the end of my life. There's still better opportunity, there's still other ways for me, because I've already gained lessons from here to take to a better stage of life. It's just like the example that I made before, that you having a road trip and you drive to a certain stage and you saw that the road was blocked, and suddenly you have to take a revise and redirect your direction to the better stage. This happened to relationship, it happened to business. Even if this relationship, you've wasted so much time, you've invested a lot emotionally to this relationship, it might just be that this relationship, you'll be wasting your time. It's never going to work out. No matter what you try to do to please the next person, it's never going to work out. Now it's going to end. It's going to end to remove this person from your life, so that at least the better person can come in. At least that person that was destined for you can come into your life. Now I use relationship a lot as an example. It's not like everything that I'm saying depends on relationship. It's just the best example that I can give whenever I'm doing my video. Always use this example to reframe it, or to reflect it to other part of life. What if you saw each ending as your life saying, here is a better way? Now, this did not work out, and you staying here regretting, feeling guilt inside of you. You've wasted so much time having different nasty thoughts in your head, and because of this thought, you refuse to stand up and start again and begin again or start over. And once you start reframing this all thought of guilt, disappointment, losses, start reframing them and start seeing them as you've gained so much in this particular place, and here is a better way to start again. And this place that you're trying to head to right now, it's a better opportunity right here. There's a better opportunity right here. There's a better space, peaceful space, happy space, even more than this place that you'll be regretting or feeling guilt about. This is the power of reframing, because once you continue sitting, wallowing about your problem, wallowing about have you lost so much time, you should have known better, you should have not made this mistake, too much guilt, You won't be able to start over. You won't be able to do anything with yourself. You will continue wearing your problem, your past mistake as a badge of honor. But when you start reframing them that yes, you knew you did something up, you messed up, you made mistake, of course it has happened and that is in the past. You try to throw those guilt away, but take those lessons and start over again. When it comes to life, I've always said is that things happen all the time. Life will always life. Things will always happen as far you still live in this head. But always have that thought in your mind that you are always ready to start again. You're always ready to begin again. And stop sitting, lying, wearing your problems, your past mistake, your regret, all those guilt. Stop hearing them as a badge of honor. Stop hearing them as a badge of honor because they're not going to do you any good and they're not going to take you anywhere. It's time for you to stand up and start reframing them so that you can restart life over. And I say restart life because I'm not saying it just for once, but over and over and over again. And permission to reset. Permission to reset is that you don't need anyone to approve your reset. Now, sometimes we think of starting again. How do I start again? People are going to laugh at me. People are going to, I'm going to be ashamed. People are going to mock me because of the mistake or things that I did or the time that I lost. How am I going to do this? Sometimes we think about this stuff, but you don't need anyone approval to start again. Yes, you were the one that made the mistake. You were the one that lost the time or wasted those time. These are just your own thoughts in your head. These are the thoughts that you keep having in your head, which is it's there. Of course, you wasted 7 years. It's not like you wasted 7 years, but you learned lesson, you knew better, and you know better right now. You can't tell me that you stay in a relationship or in a working place or having a business for 7 years or few years and it did not work hard. You did not learn any lesson. You did not gain any wisdom from this stuff that I just mentioned. I did a business for 2 years. Through that business, that's something that I'm still using right now to maneuver my life, maybe in business, in a relationship, on social media. That's something that I'm still using right now, just 2 years. So it's impossible for you to stay in something for long and you say that you wasted your time, your energy, without gaining any wisdom. That wisdom is very important. That's why I'm saying right now that throw away the guilt, throw away the shame, but the lesson that you learned from there, it's something that you have to take with you to every stage of every part of life. It's something that it should not ever leave your mind or whatever your life. It should always be with you because it's something that is going to give you that clarification. Something that's going to lead you to every step of life. Now, remind yourself, starting fresh is not weakness, it's a courage. Now, permission to reset. After all this talk and do that I've said, now how do you restart your life? Is one, you don't need anyone approval before starting. Because when you wasted all this time, now I'm saying it as a clear, the way it is, the way we understand it. Wasted all this time, made this mistake or whatever it is, there were not approval from anyone. So when it's time for you to rise again, to start again, leave the guilt, leave the approval from people and start again and take one step at a time. And always reminding yourself when you are starting again that starting fresh is not a weakness. It's not because you are weak. It's not because there's something wrong with you. It's just the courage. Now, starting fresh, my dear, it's a courage. Not everyone can do it. Not everyone, let me say 50% of 100. It's 50% of 100 that can start again. Imagine some people that have lost their job. They refuse to send resume to other company. They refuse to start something else with their life, even start a business with themselves. They refuse to do because they still carry those evidence, those baggages, those wounds. They are wearing it as a badge of honor to refuse to start again or do something because they are filled with guilt and regret. So you starting again, you have to understand that it's a courage. It's not something that you can just say with your mouth and go do. It's something that you have to build that courage. Yes, say it, affirm it, and build that courage and start again without waiting for the approval of anyone. And practical step on this is write a new vision for yourself. Take a journal, take your phone note and write a new vision. Now that past of guilt or whatever that happened before, it's a old version of you or the old vision that you once had for yourself. Now take a journal or a note on your phone in a quiet space. Write the new vision for yourself or version of yourself that you want to be. As you're restarting, as you're starting again, write a new vision. What do you want for yourself? How do you want your life to be? What are you trying to invest your time? Every single thing that you have on right now, how do you want it to be? And the next one is let go of the whole story. Let go of the whole story that I once added that, I once walked in that place, I want to do this or do that. This is the new you, this is the new version of you. Now you need to accept this new version of you. Of course, even if it's not working out right now, even if it's being difficult, you need to start accepting it, embodying it, and start working on it. And the third one is focus forward. Your focus should be forward, not backward. Your focus should be forward on what you're heading to, not the past. Because when your focus is still be on the past, you're going to remain on that state or mood of guilt. But when it's on forward, you're going to be seeing a brighter future. You're going to be understanding that yes, when there is still life, there's still hope. We can figure this out. We can still do something. We can still rise again and take it one step at a time. Don't try to burn out yourself or try to do everything at a time or try to make it work out at once. Take it one step at a time and allow life to lead you and follow the flow of life. And I'll be using this to wrap up this video. Starting over does not erase the past. Don't ever think that you starting over, getting into a new relationship, or starting a new job is going to erase those past stories, those past pains, those past wounds. Even if you've healed your wound, even if you've worked on your emotional dramas, even if you've worked on every issue, childhood dramas that you've had, don't ever think that that pain is never going to show up. Don't ever think that it's going to vanish. You're erasing it from your memory. You don't have memory loss. You just eat it. You eat it in the sense that whenever those pains tries to come back, whenever those memories try to come back, you already have a better way to handle them. They are not going to affect you the same way they used to affect you. It's just the fact. Whosoever that told you that and raising past memories, like every single thing that happened to us in this life, they are stuck in our memories bank. And our memory bank is the subconscious. Sometimes they bring those memories back to us. But the perfect part of it is that when you've worked on them and you've healed them, they're not going to affect you the same way they used to affect you. If, for example, you have an issue or wound or pain of untrustworthy, and sometimes when these memories comes back, it makes you feel awful and you start feeling guilty or whatever it is feeling that it brings to you, and you might go emotional or have some anger inside of you. I don't know the best way right now to explain this. Maybe it's because of it's not the kind of video that I'm doing right now. But when you eat them, when this pain or these memories comes back, you understand, you have awareness that yes, this is this memories, this is this feeling, and why is it here right now? Of course, okay, it's here, of course. I've had this memory, it's in the past, of course, we've walked past it. It's not going to affect you the same way it's going to affect you if you've not eat it. Now, starting over does not erase your past. It expands your future. It expands your future because you understand that I've made this mistake before, this has happened before, and I don't want to repeat it. I don't want to repeat it because if you understand that some people keep repeating the same mistakes, some people keep repeating the same past. Why? Because after set and done, after this stuff have been happened, they just let it be there and they walk away, they continue with life without sitting with it and understanding it, even understanding and that yes, I messed up, I did something wrong, okay, this is how I'm going to do it next time. But when you have an awareness and you try to figure out that yes, I made mistake, you're not going to repeat it. But when it happened, you just let it be there. You feel as if nothing happened and you continue with your life. You're going to continue repeating and repeating the same mistakes. And when you understand that you messed up, it's going to understand that you made a mistake. It's going to expand your future to know better and do better. Expand your future and release the guilt. Now, starting over does not erase your past, it expands your future and it's going to release the guilt. Carrying the lessons and remind yourself courage is found in beginning again. Courage is found in beginning again and starting again. An affirmation to end this video is I allow myself to begin again, free from guilt, open to growth, and ready for new beginning. Hey my love, thanks for watching this video to this end. I really appreciate it. Thanks for staying. I'll be seeing you again tomorrow on my next video. Don't forget that I love you and I got you. Peace.